Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. You know, when you could see the same presence that was backing Prabhupada, is backing, the same transcendental presence that was backing Prabhupada, which is Krishna, is also here. Okay? Then when you really get that, then you'll experience the full effect of how Krishna is the protector of the surrendered souls. Otherwise there's still some unclarity there. And there's always the danger you could do like the Balaram and Lalita, because they won't face the truth fully. Then they think, oh, there's Prabhupada and then there's Gaurahari here. And they don't see what's important is who's backing them. Okay? Because if it's the same presence, and it is, then you're going to get the relevant instructions to take you further. See? Otherwise you're back there and you don't see here. That means you really don't know Prabhupada as well as you think. And you can't take full advantage of the relevant teachings, because you can always go back on that. If Gaurahari maybe kicks your false ego too much, you can always go back to Prabhupada, see, and say, well, you see, he's just, you know, over there. You know, we go to Prabhupada. We're Ritviks, you know. So that's kind of how it works. See, so Krishna is the protector of the surrendered souls. And that's proven when you can see where Krishna is actually working in his transcendental pastimes. Okay? If you say, oh, well, I see it in Prabhupada, it's definitely there and all that, but you don't see it actually here yet, then you're still in progress. Maya can always has a little sore spot there to grab you. See, so that's the whole point. It happens for all of us. We're just increasing in understanding that we're in the confidential mission of the Lord, the confidential engagement of the Lord. He's working here. So the hypocrisy is, you see, Krishna is working through Prabhupada there, but not here. And Prabhupada tried to teach his disciples that. He tried to teach, his godbrothers that. He said, if you see, and he was talking about him, because he, that's, how he knows himself. If you see that a godbrother has gotten the special mercy of their guru, they should be treated almost with as much respect as your own guru. See? So that's really how it works. And many of the godbrothers couldn't come to that. They couldn't see that. Therefore, they couldn't get over envy, jealousy, hypocrisy, all of that stuff. Because it's only Krishna, and if he sends, or in the line, an empowered devotee, like makes them arise, and you don't see that, well, you're not really seeing as deep into things as you think. You can't get over the hypocrisy. Well, Krishna is there, but not in another place where he actually is. Krishna's not very, that's the whole point, is to learn how to understand where Krishna is working. Because if you can understand that, then you'll understand the verse in Bhagavad Gita, to those who understand my confidential activities of why I take birth and do all these things. See, then then you're free. You don't take birth anymore. See, but it's not just like an intellectual. People think, yeah, well, you see, I see Krishna came and did Bhagavad Gita. You see, you get it all up here. No, you got to experience that. Where is that presence working if it's around being shown? Yeah, and if you can identify that, then now you understand that verse, and then you're free. See? For example, when the Lord was here with his devotees, not everybody saw that his activities were transcendental. At least at first, they couldn't see. They just thought he was just like anybody else. They couldn't see the transcendental activities of Lord Chaitanya and his devotees. Even if a devotee is here, Lord Chaitanya is here with them. They're in relationship. They come together. They're a package. Devotee doesn't go anywhere where Krishna isn't. He's always, in the heart there, and devotees doing, relating, doing through devotional service, spontaneous devotional service. It's funny, I woke up with that understanding in my mind. I was going to write some things on it, but I'll just speak it out. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Because I see people who leave here, I see them, and a lot of them do it. Either it's, Prabhupada, I'm just going to, because I don't agree with Gaurahari, because he steps on he don't think like that. He's on my false ego, but that's what it's doing. False ego is false identification with something material. Material conception. You're acting according to material conception. Or some people have other gurus and they think, I have a prema guru. I don't need another one. I don't need another one. See, just by they say that, they don't see guru as one. And if you didn't make it, break through the false identification, false ego is false identification with pride, envy, jealousy. That's just a statement of pride. You need shiksha. If you don't take it, you'll die with that covering. You won't experience ecstatic love. Right? The symptoms of that awakening, that relationship, is your passport and visa into the kingdom of God. Even if you're in this world, even if you're in the world of demigods, doesn't matter, because now you're awakened. See, the Lord doesn't ever leave his devotee. That's where he's awakened. It's a permanent thing. He doesn't leave the conditioned souls either, but they can't get into communication very well because there's stuff in the way, sins and karmas and misidentifications, you can't, there's stuff in the way. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Very beautiful packet. What is a beautiful packet? Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. I just realized something. I was always thinking about this verse where it says the curse of Nandishwar was upon the Brahmins and those followers of Daksha. That Daksha line still had false ego of identification with pride, envy, jealousies. Okay? So it made them an offender of devotees because they became just naturally competitive with them and it blinded them. So Nandishwar said, if you consider Daksha as a superior personality than Lord Shiva, then you're bound to the material consciousness. This is paraphrase. Material consciousness because of visualizing in duality. See, and I was wondering, what does that mean? What does that mean? I just kind of started to see what that means here, so I'll share it with you guys. Yeah, so visualize, and here's how it applies practically in another way, because you can see a person in false ego that is guru. That's called the false acharya. Daksha was manifesting as a false acharya, false guru. See, but the false guru has the qualities. See, they're identified by the Bhagavatam. False guru still has a false ego. See, that's why they're false. They still, if you take the position as a savior of your disciples and you still identify with envy, jealousy, carrying that baggage, envy, jealousy, competition with real devotees, well, there's the hypocrisy, like the Pharisees and like any false prophets. They can't deliver. They don't speak for God. They're not conclusive. They can't be conclusive. They can't act conclusively. They can't teach conclusively. So that's the false guru. Okay? So the real acharya, the real guru, they speak conclusively. They have the activities of speaking and teaching and understanding conclusively. And because they have ecstatic love, they have real, genuine, ecstatic devotion. Their relationship is awakened. So visualizing in duality, as you say, this is the other way you can do it. So a person might be themselves in false ego, see? And they look at Prabhupada, and they look at another liberated soul, and they see a difference. They don't see the guru as one principle. There's a difference because of their activities and their personality and who they are and their, how they're manifesting in this world. But you see a difference between the bona fide guru and another bona fide guru. Okay? Now you're visualizing in duality the fault of that. You're putting one guru above the other. See? Because guru is one. If Krishna is using Prabhupada and Krishna is using this fool, it's Krishna and the devotee. See, you're supposed to be the one guru has the one realization of their relationship with God. So they may use different analogies and stuff to illustrate the same point. Like Jesus said, only the Father knows the Son, and only the Son knows the Father. And if you want to know the Father, and the Son can reveal the Father to whom he chooses. See? So that's the same thing as Bhagavatam saying. By regular classes in Srimad Bhagavatam, by a son, by a realized soul, a son, a friend, conjugal relationship, son or friend of God. Okay? And by hearing from them, you are clean by the word I have spoken to you. Jesus said that, and Bhagavatam says the same thing. You see parallels, all the same thing. Okay? The truth is always the same in that sense. Truth will set you free. And then all that's troublesome in the heart, you get free, and then you start to like to hear Harikatha. You like to hear from a devotee. You listen submissively and surrendered. See? And then ecstatic love awakens, and now you're set free. That's the easy process. Okay? But, I have people coming all the time. I had one guy come, and I look on his page, and he's a disciple of, well, you could see he listens to Radhakund Babaji's and Narayan Raj. I said, and I see how he relates, and he says, "Oh, it's fine, it's good that you preach like you do, but you got to see this is just your kind of preaching, and it's in other words, trying to instruct me, okay? Because he's saying, well, I got a Radhakund Babaji as guru, and I got Narayan Raj as my guru. And therefore, I'm like them. I'm one who instruct devotees. See, I'm like the God brothers wanting to instruct Prabhupada. See? And therefore, they're blind. They cannot see what's really going on here. They just think, oh, well, let me go and teach this guy. See? Therefore, that causes a blindness because there's no submission and surrender. Therefore, they can't understand what's going on here because it's only revealed through submission and surrender. So those who the Lord chooses to be here comes here, and then they get to hear these confidential topics. They can hear them. This other guy, he's listening, but he's not hearing. He's in his own thing. Oh, he's analyzing. Oh, but this is, like this and like this. And they don't hear anything. They're still caught up in the false identification. Okay? He's visualizing in duality. Oh, why should I be submissive to listen to Gaurahari? Because I have gurus like Narayan Raj and the Radhakund Babaji. He's seeing and visualizing in duality. He's putting those persons above, because if they were, and I don't agree, But say if they were, then there should be no problem of understanding what's going on here. But they don't get it. See? So you can do it like that. See, that's how the verse can be played out in reality. So you either consider actually a qualified person like Prabhupada to be better than another qualified, bona fide spiritual master. See? In other words, you don't know the real qualities of Prabhupada, because if you did, you see them manifested in another devotee. That's where it's being manifested. See? And that's why you need shiksha. Okay? So those who do listen to the devotee and hear from them, they can see that the transcendental potency is working through their guru, through the real guru. See? And just like it was working through Prabhupada. That's the secret of why my students are understanding Prabhupada's books. See? Because I understanding them. See? Because you're not doing what these persons do in those two different ways. Either you put up a false acharya as the authority, and the authority isn't really here. This is smaller, but a lot of people do that. That's how you can't get out of the trap. And the other trap is you put Prabhupada on a higher level here than what's going on here. Therefore, then you can't take advantage here, because you think, well, why, I'm listening to Prabhupada. Why should I listen to you? What benefit is there to listen to you? I got Prabhupada directly. That's what a lot of ISKCON devotees do. Like the Prabhupada, they say, oh, just listen to his tapes. And his talks are a lot about, has Vaidhi things, and he's teaching Vaidhi Bhakti, so you're listening to the message. Well, Prabhupada came and empowered this guy, see, the disciplic line, to go to the next level of Vaishnavism. Raganuga Bhakti into spontaneous love. And you have to hear the message. It's coming from the same Krishna that empowered him to give that message, just like God empowered Moses to give the rule and regulation message. See? And then empowered Jesus to give the good news that deliverance, the Lord has decided, I just want to free everybody. Just believe in my representative. Believe what he says. Take it to heart. See? So with Prabhupada, it started things off as tell them the message to get things ready, man. You learn about Krishna, read my books and all that stuff, and somebody will come and explain them at some time, and that's here. Just like the Goswamis wrote their books. And Narottam Srinivas and Shyamananda went out and distributed what was in those books, because it needed a mouth, man. Otherwise people just don't understand the books. You need to hear them from a living devotee. You need to have a sound vibration. Proof of that is right now. The living gurus are teaching checklists as the qualification for a bona fide spiritual master. See, that's proof they need a living voice, a living devotee. And the Ritviks are another proof. Just by them, they're not, neither one. They started out as a kind of a speculating, they started out speculating, and they're ending speculating unless they come here and hear from an empowered person by the order of Prabhupada and Krishna to speak what's really in Prabhupada's books. He wrote them, he put all that stuff in there, all the good goodies. So those who are coming, see, you're coming, and then Krishna, where he's working through the devotee, is the protector of these surrendered souls. If you say, oh, well, I'm surrendered Prabhupada, but I'm not surrendered here, well, there's the hypocrisy. You don't see what's really going on here, so how can Krishna protect you? He's the protector of the surrendered souls. There's hypocrisy there. There's still. See? Oh, yeah, I just go through Prabhupada. See, they're out there doing that. See, hey, we don't need Gaurahari. We got Prabhupada protecting us. See, but they're caught up in an obstacle, and they're just in their own minds thinking they're going to overcome it. Prabhupada came and empowered this fool here to help these kind of devotees get over hypocrisy, get over trying to be equal with Guru and all that stuff. Otherwise, they'll die in the same state like the God brothers, if they had competition and envy, and some of them still did even after Prabhupada went around You know, and many of those are still they're being worshipped equal to Prabhupada, and they still have the false ego. So those who do the same thing, will put those persons who still have envy, jealousy, competition with a real Shuddha Bhakta, see, they on the same level as Prabhupada, then you're not clear, man. There's hypocrisy, and Krishna can't fully benefit you because you're not willing to listen to who he empowers to get you over all the hurdles. See, Putana and Kalya, see, are these hurdles to keeping you from Vrindavan, Trinavarta of speculation. See? Stubbornness, the donkey demon, stubbornness. I don't care. I won't go back to Godhead because I just don't want to hear. I'm so envious and jealous and competitive. See, so the stubbornness. That's why the club comes out sometimes. It has to. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. See all these amazing subtle teachings from the Bhagavatam actualized in our world, because that's the light, is the truth. Truth is light, man. When Jesus said, "I'm the light of the world," he meant the truth. Truth is the light. Truth is light. It's brighter than any light you can see. The sun can't illuminate your consciousness inside, and purify false conceptions and misunderstandings and all that. No, the truth can. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. So when I see people say, praising Prabhupada when they come here, usually they're either new or they're, just never, they just drop in. All glories to Prabhupada, and they don't praise that presence here. It's like you kiss Prabhupada and you slap that same. Prabhupada is being used by the transcendental potency. This fool is being used by it's like you kiss Prabhupada and slap, dishonor the Lord here. That's working here. You see, well, that's different, man. What's coming through Gaurahari is not the same as Prabhupada. Well, yeah, it's not the same creative expression, because Krishna is coming through Prabhupada. He's a Brahmin and birth and all of this, and from an Indian body and different, growing up in a different way. Okay? So proof that the same presence is here, and it's not like, well, I want to be worshipped equal to Prabhupada. No, I just want you to understand the truth. See? Because if you do, then you're set free. Then you can see what's really going on here. See? And proof that the same presence is here, because I've got Vaidhi Bhaktas who studied Prabhupada's books for 25, 40, and 50 years, and now telling me, my God, I'm understanding Prabhupada's books. Well, what's that saying? How can you understand Prabhupada's books when you didn't understand them before, like now, unless the same presence is working here as it was there? How can you? And that's why it says Shiksha Guru is more important. It's more important that I'm here talking to you now, because now you can understand Prabhupada's books, and you know what that means? You're starting to understand the transcendental nature of the pastimes of Krishna, the Lord, and therefore you're qualified to go back. Otherwise you weren't quite qualified. You needed Shiksha. Okay? So when you understand what I'm talking about here, that'll get you over all the hypocrisy in your worship. See? All the false ego of envy and jealousy, wanting to put some, see, what's working here is the same thing. And proof of the qualification of this fool, without a dhoti or anything else, is people coming here in a submissive and surrendered mood. They're understanding Prabhupada, what's in his books, even after 40 years and reading them 3 and 4 times. So it must be the same presence working here, eh? It's different than, I'm just pointing out the faults. There's a fault there. It's very subtle. I'm not just doing so because I can be equal with Prabhupada. I'm not a wannabe equal thing. I love being submissive and surrendered to Prabhupada, but I teach what he teach. He said, that same thing that I'm saying now. So people didn't get it back then. Well, what goes around comes around again. The same idea. If you see a person specially empowered by the Guru, by Krishna, through being a Vai medium, you should give almost as much respect. Actually, should give equal respect. He was just cutting some slack because people were so. It's the same. Krishna's there and Krishna is here. But me, because of Prabhupada, I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for Prabhupada. See? Yeah, so it's the same. You can see this subtle principle going out in many directions out there. The ISKCON gurus, they say their guru is higher than this person here, right? Even though it's not a fact. If they're teaching checklists and supporting that, they're not fully supporting the Bhagavatam as it is, right? So actually the deeper truth is here, the more pure truth here, because I'm teaching the pure conception in the Bhagavatam as it is. I don't want to, just put, let's, because of party policy, let's do something different. See, so you see how it rings in there. So the whole thing is, I have to, in a sense, if we're going to get this ecstatic worship more widespread, people have to realize these subtle points. They have to really be open to listening to them. Otherwise, they can't come into Vrindavan. They'll, you go and you see if the false acharyas, they're guarding Vrindavan. Why? What do you think Putana was doing? She was guarding Vrindavan for those who don't go in the right door. You got to have a person bring you into Vrindavan and say, well, don't go over there and associate with a Putana. They're the false representation guarding Vrindavan from those who won't go in the right way. That's why if you think your guru, who isn't being used by the transcendental potency, is the same or better than somebody that is, you can't get in Vrindavan because they're not qualified to bring you through the same obstacles they're caught up in. Lalita can't bring you to Vrindavan. She's caught up in that obstacle. See, refusing, saying, I don't want to go in that door. Now I got enough. I took enough. I stole enough from you. Now I'll go and I'm going to build my own kingdom. See, doing her videos day after day, and she said, well, I'm Prabhupada is my guru. See, completely out of sync with the real conclusive truth. Therefore, it's like it's a bewilderment, man. You go there and you're going to get that. She is an example of inconclusiveness. Everybody is an example of where they fit in Bhagavatam on this path, because I see everything in relation to delivering conditioned souls, man. That's the work here now. Where's the fault? See, I look for faults for a different reason. I look for faults to help people not fall into them. Others look into faults because they're caught up in the fault. Yeah? And they makes them act faulty in a faulty way, like criticizing devotees trying to help them. Sorry, Janaki, Johan, I can't quite understand what you're saying because it's, some words are missing or rearranged or something. It's a language barrier here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. So, we're writing books also in this way. I'm teaching all these subtle things here. And so there are, when the devotees are doing what they're doing, like cutting these things out, putting them up on YouTube, when people are open and more surrendered, open to hearing, sometimes they just got to get to the point, well, God, when am I going to get this love of God? I don't even know what it is. It's not enough for me just to be a proud sannyasi. I think I really do want Krishna. Then Krishna will open this up. So a couple things we can do, because like Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta told Prabhupada, if you get money, print books. If you can just, transcribe these things, so friggin' easy, man. Transcribe the talks here, to take some of the chanting out. You can make that separate thing, separate chanting, and transcribe these things, man. And also then cut the videos out where there's the talks. We have all these transcendental talks, man. These are important supplements to help people understand Prabhupada's books. Okay? I'm not here trying to write another book of something higher. No, it's just to understand what's already there. The highest is already there in Prabhupada's books. Also, the Goswami books are important too. And luckily, Kushakrata translated a lot of them in a nice way. So, it's all to supplement what's already done there. That's my inspiration to do. If you do that, it's different than writing a whole bunch of new books with speculations on Prabhupada's ideas and their understanding. All that. That's what the God Brothers do. They've got this subtle misconception because they want to. It's a wannabe equal thing. They're not over it yet. See? So if we get some of Narayan Raj's disciples and Gaudiya Math and ISKCON take us seriously, it's of the most benefit for the world because they will influence other people that are being influenced. They're just not over the obstacles, It's the duty of, Bhaktivinoda said, it's the duty of an acharya or a real bona fide spiritual master to pluck out the anarthas in the disciplic line they're in. See, in the Christian line there's anarthas. In our line there's anarthas. And unwanted things, unwanted conceptions. See, Prabhupada's books is the real standard. When you see into the verses, the verses are here. And they need the purports, Raganuga purports. They need, that's what you read when it's postgraduate. See, postgraduate, why did Prabhupada say that about Chaitanya Charitamrita? That means there's another teaching, there's another lesson that needs to be understood. See, and you can't just get it on your own. You have to find an empowered devotee, empowered to preach what's in there, the postgraduate. So that's why, again, why devotees are coming here and say, wow, I'm reading Chaitanya Charitamrita, and now I see all these wonderful things. Why? Because you're acting in line. Because you're becoming one of those who worships the Lord with ecstatic love. Like Johan, you see visibly, he's worshiping the Lord with ecstatic love and ecstasy and chanting the holy name, and all these things are being revealed. See? And he's acting, Gaurahari, because I'm listening to Gaurahari, because of Gaurahari, because... See, he's acting, he has to become a living Bhagavatam, man. He has to be a living verse, acting that way, and he's becoming, Krishna's making them like that. Guru, his faith in Guru is making him like that. See, those who have equal faith in Guru, a bona fide Guru, not one that hasn't arrived, a bona fide Guru who has a real relationship with the Lord. So those who have equal faith in one of those, and Krishna, the purports of the Bhagavatam are automatically revealed. The purports are automatically revealed. Krishna's pleased with you. You're understanding the real path. You are the real path. Your testimony is showing people the real path. Okay? You're getting this from Guru. I came in with this and I couldn't find a living devotee I could actually say is really, could help, set the example. And that's all Bhaktivinoda did. He's already there, man. He just took a guru, just his own. Yeah. So he was trying to set some example. But my students and disciples are setting the example. They're becoming in this way because this is the only practical way to get this. Otherwise, you're going to try and get what I got spontaneously, just by contact with the book, the Bible, and when I never read the Bible, and the first time I read it, I was lifted into the kingdom of God in consciousness for 2.5, 3 weeks. In ecstatic love, 24/7. And then Prabhupada's books were the same. So that's not going to happen for most 99.9% devotees. They're going to have experiences because of you out there, because you're following the path. You are in line with the real path, and they're not. You can, amass all this information and knowledge, studying the Vedas, and you're a big scholar and everything, but by your action, you're not in line. You have a guru who hasn't realized Krishna, that the guru is not in line, and you're not in line. You can't realize the scriptures. Johan can realize, and he said, yeah, I can relate to that. My guru is absorbed in the mellows of devotion, like the book says, the map says. See, the map says, look for the devotee absorbed in mellows of devotion. Yeah, I found a living person in the map. They are the map. You ever see these treasure maps in the movie, and actually it ends up being the person? That's Krishna speaking. The map is the person. You got to become like that. You got to meet somebody like that. And that's how you really learn Bhakti Yoga in its pure sense. You got to see that this person is the map. And now I can understand the book is confirming that they're the map. They speak map language. They speak what's on the map, not what's not on the map. Yeah. Oh, here we got Prabhupada's books, the map of who is the Guru Tattva, who is the real Guru, and they're giving maps, different maps that don't concur with the map of the Bhagavatam. Oh, this Guru is a check. He's bona fide. He's your God. He's your Guru. He fits the checklist. See, and I say that's not on the map. Where's it on this map, man? I'm looking at the map. That's not on the map. Where are you leading? You're taking people somewhere else. Yeah, the map is leading you to Goloka Vrindavan. Why are you off course? Why are you not targeting the right thing? Okay? Proof of qualification is as it is, man. And that's the thing. I keep sticking people's nose in the book. You see, this is the map, man. That doesn't work. You see, that's not the map. See, highest truth preaching is distinguishing reality. See, reality is in this book. Is the map. And the devotee who lives in terms of the Bhagavatam. Hey, the map is this book, man. And people are passing out maps over there. Why? Because they're not self-realized, man. They don't see what's on the map. They can't tell you as it is. Narayan Raj couldn't tell you as is. He's out there pumping up austere, be austere, work your way to God, be perfect. Yes, I am perfect, and he's not perfect. No one is. No one can be perfect enough. You got to see persons, even like Paul was preaching the real map. He says, our good deeds are like filthy rags before God. Why? Because we do one fault. We criticize his devotees. See? And he showed, demonstrated before the Lord and me. I'm just sitting right there. You took 2 of my devotees, man. Hey, man, you're not there yet. You need help. You're not looking at the map, man. You're acting like Devananda Pandit. Devananda Pandit had to be a little chastised, or a lot. See? Say, hey man, you don't go and throw devotees out of your class or disrespect them. Because if you do that, you're in a Devananda Pandit obstacle and you need help from a real associate of the Lord. You're not as high as you think you are and your followers think you are. Because you can't act like Bhagavatam. See? And you can't, unless you apologize, and he can't do that. But unless the disciples who believe that, in that guru, or these other gurus who do the same thing, Radhanath did the same thing. See, they're taking you off the map. I'm bringing everybody on the map, man. I just pull you on the map, man. Then you'll be on the map with God. Otherwise, you're not on the map, man. See, it's leading you to another place, that is not on the map. It's not by austerities, it's not by renunciation, it's not by pious deeds. It's not by your big sadhana with all kinds of offenses. You can chant the holy name for millions of lifetimes and not get the real ecstasy of Vrindavan. Millions of lifetimes, says that in the book. Simply because you go against devotees naturally, because everybody practically does. They don't know. That's why you don't see devotees. Even if they're walking around, they look ordinary like yourself. Because you're ordinary, you project that on them. Therefore, and you won't be submissive and surrendered to what they say, so therefore you just stay where you are. If you're lucky to get to the Vaidhi platform, even, you stay there until you're willing to go to the next level. See? The Lord will raise up an acharya, and he has here. And proving it. We're proving that this is the Lord is giving the authority here to bring the devotees to the next level, whoever's ready to go. If you're not ready to go, it'll be known. You'll just be a Bhagavatam example and say, well, Prabhupada and Narayan Maharaj and the Radhakunj Babas, they know much more than Gaurahari. Then boom, man, you're out of here. You're not even going to be around because you think you know them. But you don't, because you're not following your Bhagavatam example in the Daksha line. Okay? False ego line, still. You're visualizing in duality. You can't see Krishna working in Prabhupada, and you can't see in his pure presence, and you can't see there is some speculation in these other camps I just mentioned. And you can't see that the alignment between this fool, Gaurahari Das, and Prabhupada, and how everything is getting clear in Prabhupada's books. If you really listen to Prabhupada, and Prabhupada is your real life and soul, this is proof. Otherwise, it's just a show. I don't care how many pictures. Somebody said, I have pictures all over the wall of the Prabhupada. He lives in everything and all this. But, that could be a big show. Like some people, they get these big beads. And show, you see, I have a big bead chanting. No, proof that you really heard from Prabhupada and he's your life and soul. He'll lead you here. Otherwise, you won't. You're still some show bottle there. Say, look at me, I'm into Prabhupada, I got all these pictures here. But Gaurahari, I don't know, I don't care about listening to him. Well, you didn't really hear from Prabhupada enough yet. Keep putting the pictures up, keep looking at the pictures and build your sukriti. And then, someday in some lifetime you can come and meet the devotee who will help you. Because the devotee is here, and if you don't take advantage of them, then you, and hearing from them, you don't go any further. You stay with your pictures. It's all a picture thing. Okay? I mean, hey man, it's always the same thing. Jesus said, if a person really heard from me, see, that means you're hearing from Krishna. See, you're in touch with the super soul, and you hear from a devotee, you like a devotee, what they say. See? They will hear from you because you're a part of me. If you really heard from Prabhupada, it's the same principle. You will hear from me. Why wouldn't you? I love Prabhupada. I love his books. I've proven it. My understanding awakens devotional ecstasy in others. Why wouldn't you hear from me? Contamination. Doesn't matter how many pictures, you can put up all the pictures up there. But if you say, well, I'm going to give, the same respect or even more, because this person's a Prabhupada, just look how devoted they are with all the pictures and all that. But I don't like to hear from Gaurahari, or I don't come. Once person is, if you go and inform that person, you can find out exactly where they're at. Oh, Gaurahari, when the witnesses get strong here, you start going to people and saying, hey man, there's a guy who speaks like Prabhupada speaks, a person empowered by the same Krishna Prabhupada. Can you imagine? It's here in living color, in life, man. And you see these people with the pictures and everything, and I don't know, but you'll find out. They might look at you and say, that's impossible. I don't even want to look. I just got my sentiment. Like this worship law. See all the pictures, probably I'm definitely, but what, I don't even want to know. Then you say, yeah, they've got a show bottle, man. Putting on a show. If a person really loved Prabhupada, loves his books and everything, they would love to hear from a person who with the same representation coming through Prabhupada. See, the real spiritual master, Prabhupada said, is a Vai medium for Krishna. What does that mean? It means Krishna's coming through Prabhupada, and Krishna's coming through an empowered devotee like here. Yeah, same Krishna. Activities are different. We're bringing people to spontaneous devotion. His activity was bringing them to Vaidhi Bhakti, and to write these books and to build temples. My activities is to make your body a temple, so that we don't have to put all this effort into building temples and big monies and all that. We just make you a temple. You just hear, like the Bhagavatam says, from a devotee who has realized Krishna, and all that speculation and that misconception is all thrown out of your mind, discarded. And then you become hollowed, and then the Lord arises in your heart. Now you're a living temple, walking around, man, liberating people who just see. They're getting the real darshan, even though they don't understand it often. But they're getting the real darshan of a living presence through you. Especially when you start to, when it starts to kick in, and we're not just ecstatic in our own little circles here, but people can see it. But people can see it on the video. Look how they're responding. This is so powerful. When they see a little ecstasy, they go cry, sahaja, and all that. It's bringing out all their crap, man. That's their darshan. That's why you don't see the real living deities very often, because they bring out all your shit, man. People think they really love God and know God and Prabhupada, but that's why they were hiding. Why was Prabhupada hiding Krishna? Keeping it inside. No, I don't want to show them. I'm not here to show. Ecstatic Krishna. No. We keep this in the closet right now. Well, that ecstatic Krishna is coming out of the closet, whether you like it or not. Hare Krishna. If you like it, amen. You get in quicker than the others usually. Sometimes not. Some people, like Paul, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna. You see, you got to get through the opposite. I'm here to bring people who are ready. When the Lord says, okay, take this devotee, they're ready, they really, really want Krishna, they really love Prabhupada, they really want Prabhupada. They come here, you see, and I get you through the Putana and the Kalya and the Trinavarta and all of those demon things. That's my work. And if you don't come here, you don't get through the obstacles. Okay? You either come into this world and you're more or less through those obstacles, you just got to contend with them a little bit like I did. Or you got to get it from somebody through those obstacles, and otherwise you'll never get through, man. You'll just die in the false ego, die a Vaidhi materialistic devotee. That's good enough for you? Okay. I'm here for those. The Lord draws, to get through all these things protecting Vrindavan. Putana is protecting Vrindavan. See? You get caught up with her thing, then you lose it, because now you're covered by the consciousness of Putana. You'll act like Putana, hypocritically. So many people caught up in these things. So many gurus caught up. They say they can't represent Vrindavan. It's represented here in ecstatic worship of Krishna, and in those it awakens that because they listen to you, they're surrendered and submissive to your teaching. That's that's the proof. We don't need a bunch of things on the wall to show. It's just, hey man, here's our credential. Here's my credentials. Ecstatic love is awakening in others. Okay? People making big progress, crying a lot, man. If you can't make your disciples cry from your talks and from your chanting, you're not a very high quality guru. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you have thousands of followers. Hey man, proof is in the pudding. Well, how are you acting in this world? Well, I'm acting, I look like a great guru. I look like so bona fide, don't I? I have all these followers, have a nice dhoti, all this stuff. See? But where's the awakenings in devotees? Where's the awakening in you? Where's your conclusive understanding where you can point people in the book and show that what you're teaching is actually in the book and not some speculative word jugglery thing making minds spin in Trinavarta, because you're caught up in it and people will look at you, you get them caught up in it too. So I say, you go to Lalita, she's caught up in Putana, you look at her, she's caught up in it, and you'll be caught up in it too. Balaram is, right? He's just looking over there, right? Caught up. See? He's submissive over there, submissive to that Putana there. So therefore, that's your guru, man. You're now a wife of, just like Kalya had wives, you know. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. See, Krishna killed Putana and all these demons, right? How did he do it? Himself. See? How is he going to do it here now? And practically, he's unmanifest. His Bhagavatam does it. But if you don't represent the Bhagavatam, then Krishna can't, you can't use Krishna to kill these demons, and you get caught up in it. Okay, so the as it is truth is what kills these obstacles. It kills the ignorance. These obstacles are ignorance, manifestations of ignorance. And the Bhagavatam swats them like flies if you hear it from a living devotee. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. And the Ritvik say, well, Prabhupada's living, he's living, yeah, he's living, but you can't see the life. You're caught up in Putana, you're caught up in Trinavarta, you're stubborn, the stubborn jackass demon is ruling you, you submit, all of this stuff. See, you're caught up, you can't experience Vrindavan. If you did, you'd be ecstatic.